Hello everyone, and today I will be reviewing The Conjuring. I don't know how often I'll be doing a review like this. I don't tend to see a movie in theater the first weekend it opens, especially on a Friday. I was actually surprised I was able to do this. You have a family of 7 who moves into the house. They're the family that gets haunted. It's the mother, the father, and 5 daughters. Yeah, 5. Granted, it's 1971, but still. They're facing financial trouble, but that seems to be the only thing that could cause some friction in the family. And even that just is, I think, it's used to show that they can't move out of the house. I think that's the only thing it's really used for. So you have them, and then you have the Warrens. They are actually true people. This is supposedly based on a true story. So the family and the Warrens are real people. So the Warrens are this famous husband and wife couple who investigate paranormal activity. The wife is a clairvoyant, and the husband is a demonologist. And according to the little opening thing that was explaining him, he's the only non-ordained demonologist that the church recognizes, or something like that. Yeah, no. So you got them, and I really like their characters, and it might have been the actors that played them, but I found their characters really, really likable. Because I know they're based on real people, but let's be honest, it's a horror film. They're gonna stretch details as much as they need to. So I don't trust the characters to be like the real people. So I'm considering them characters. So I found the characters of this really likable. No one was really annoying or anything like that. Now to the summary. So the family moves into this house, and of course they have financial trouble, so they put everything into this house. This house has to work for them. And the stuff happens, of course. It always has to happen. And it starts small. They notice the clock stops at 3:07 a.m. Actually, I found that thing kind of cool. But anyway, and the mother wakes up with bruises, and if you've seen Ghost Hunters and all these other horror films that deal with haunted houses, you know that they're classic signs of haunting. And so they kind of think nothing of it. One of their kids sleepwalks, which I find that like a cop-out, really, to do some fake startlement, like getting people startled and all that stuff. It's very rare that I find it not annoying. But anyway, and so you got them, and then something really big happens, and I loved how they did it. It was good. Something big happens, and the mother, there we go, that's what happens. The mother goes to a lecture. I don't know how she finds out about it, but she finds out about it with the Warrens, and she meets up with them later through an assistant of theirs, and says, "You need to come check out my house." And they're reluctant. The subplot with the Warrens, what happened to them before, which was very interesting. It didn't go in the way that I thought it would, and I was really happy about that, because I thought the way that they were going to go about it was very cheesy. Remember, folks, I had a very low expectation for this movie. Even though I was excited about it. But I still had low expectations because it was a horror film. And so they go through that, and they eventually agree to come out to the house. And right away, the wife, because she's clairvoyant, notices something about the house. And eventually, after the end of the tour, trying to get a feel for the house, know what events had happened, and everything, the wife's like, okay, it doesn't matter that you can't move because it's attached to you. And so then they set up this big investigation, like you would with Ghost Hunters, but it's set in the 70s, so you got some old equipment, which they had some fun with, I'm sure, because you have the recorder. So that happens, and then the big what to do about the movie happens. But, and well, I will go. The reason why I'm not going to say anymore is because I don't want to ruin this film for you. I don't think I've really given anything away what I loved about this movie. The build-up before it was nice. It was paced in such a way, and it had enough hints, and it would build, build, and build, that it really seemed like a mini version, like a mini movie in a way. So really liked that. And then what else did I like? I liked the Warren characters. I was fascinated by their subplot. There's the word. And so it was just fascinating. I think they could have kept one scene out, and I understand why they did it. It was to connect the families in a way and make it truly horrifying, I guess, especially for the Warrens, because supposedly they kept this investigation secret because it's so horrible. So, like, they had to do that, and if that's really what happened, then that makes sense. But looking at it as a movie, it's a little out of place. I found it a little forced, which I guess is something I didn't like, but whatever. The haunting idea was interesting. It was a good thing, and it had layers to it, and they really made it a haunted house, which is kind of rare these days. They don't. Well, okay, I take that back. You have Paranormal Activity, which, yeah, I like those. The fourth one wasn't so great. The third one's my favorite. Yeah, I know they're horrible movies, but I like them. Don't judge. Don't judge. So, yeah, there, of course, was cheesy moments. I had to stop myself from laughing at one of those events, actually. I don't want it to ruin it for you, so just because you think, oh, that's the ultimate thing. If they do that in a movie, I don't want to see it, kind of thing. I have a few of those. So I'm not gonna mention it. I recommend this movie. Maybe I wouldn't spend $10 for it because it's a horror film. You want to find the cheapest amount of money for it. But we have a theater here that's about $5, and I'd go see it again for $5. So that tells me that should tell you something, especially for a horror film. So that's it, folks. I hope you enjoyed this review. If you have any questions, type them down in the comments below. Oh yeah, recommendation for the week. I have to have a recommendation. Didn't really think about this one because I wasn't sure if I was going to do scary movies or review. I guess I could go for the classic and say, go watch a horror film. Go watch something completely campy. Go watch something terrifying. Go watch something that you wouldn't really watch. Like, if you only watch zombie movies, go watch an alien movie, or vice versa. Or watch a haunted house film, or a possession film. Go watch one that you think is going to be horrible, one that you think is going to be really good, and comment below. Tell me what you think. Hell, you might even give me a good recommendation for next movie to watch. I'm always looking for a really good horror film, or one that's kind of bad and I can laugh at. So that's it, guys. You know the schedule by now. You know whenever we're going to upload. So I guess that's it. Bye, guys.